What's up everyone, it's your boy Showtimedr. Before we get into the topic of this video, I just wanted to say I've enabled perks on my channel, so you'll see a join thing down by my sub button. Basically, if you want, that'll enable you to throw me some bucks, and there's perks, so things such as you can suggest video topics, or if you want me to try out a certain whatever, that's there for you. So if you feel like supporting the channel that way, that's great. Otherwise, of course, not necessary. Go ahead, if you can maybe leave a couple comments, interact a bit, helps the channel out a lot. Get it. So, what happened here, this video is actually going to be about Rugal, because we've gone over Melza, we've gone over Romel. They threw a curveball at me because I put out a Romel, basically a review of the whole banner. And then they skipped him and went to Dark Melza, and that actually makes some sense because when Romel comes out is when PvP is coming out, so I don't know if they're going to jump to Romel for the next banner or not. We're just going to have to see how that goes. But either way, this video is going to be about Rugal. He would have been released after Dark Melza. I'm also going to be making a video later about Lanceville, Eliza, and Great Temple Maja, which is actually a pretty badass arc, but that's for another time, so go ahead and get into it. Good. Optimize this. Alright guys, so what ends up happening here is... It's funny, over there they called him King Luger, or something like that. Anyways, we'll get to it here. So this is going to be Rugal. So this is going to be Rugal's character evaluation. So at the beginning, they say he's a 7.5 out of 10. I slightly disagree, but we'll have to get farther in the video for y'all to understand. So pretty much what's going on. Normal attacks rated B, special skill is actually pretty nasty, rated S. And his passives are an A. Simple evaluation, 3 super powerful feats, physical character, excellence. Also, at times, the number of feats do not decrease, which is actually a fun little thing I'll show you. In individuality. Individuality, that's always a translation for passives on this website. I'll turn it for whatever reason. So here we go. Special skill 1. Dark Induction. Continuous long distance attack against enemies ahead. So you kind of see it there. He's got the gun stuff going on. Alright, number 2. Gatling Float. Short distance continuous attack that shoots enemies in a small range. Front range. Pretty awesome launcher ability there. And then 3, Atomic Laser, long distance continuous attack. Straight line. Pretty far range, huh? That's good stuff. And then we got his ultimate, and I watched this. Level Disaster, a powerful long distance continuous attack involving a right area ahead. Bing! I think that's actually one of the coolest ones. One of the coolest ones in the game. Anywho, that's really fun. So passives here, what we got. Destruction King. Critical event occurs, sharply reducing the break value. So, essentially, critical attack, you're going to do a chunk of damage to break. Now, where we are in the game right now, I mean, break's still important for some things, such as really hard bosses, like the Blaze Gardens boss, or, you know, basically raid boss stuff. But this guy is basically going to be the break king for a while, along with Zek. And then his passive true, bullet management. When a special skill is activated, the number of uses in the special skill may not decrease the higher level you get it. I believe I read in the, because like when you first start off, I think it's like 5%. Eventually it gets to around 25%. That's actually pretty. Now we'll get into the, if it actually has a... Okay, so we'll get into his passives here. Yeah, we already did that one. So those are in his tree. Oh, it's pretty much all of them. Okay. Those his passive skills. And then he gets counter, which is another crazy thing, considering he's a ranged attacker. Counter attack with probability when a physical attack is received. So if someone's got a bow, or they do anything that's considered physical, even if it's range, hit him back. You know, probability, but still. SCT recovers at the end of battle, so once again, he's already saving his cooldown, so his skill cooldowns actually going to be a pretty strong part about him here. So, basically when he has max health, his strength is higher. It's automatic 20% brave buff, that's 20% strength buff at the start of battle. This is all stuff you can unlock for 0 SC eventually with this tree. And Witch Killer, great effect for wizards with normal attacks. You know, something for raid bosses or possibly PvP. There are a couple witches that are coming out. And then Machine Slayer, go without saying. 30% additional critical damage. Get that for free, which is nice. And Shockwave. During physical attack, unlock enemy guards with probability. So any of the characters in PvP, anyone that's going to go like the heavy guard builds, you can nullify it with a Shockwave character. Also, I think Shockwave's on one of the arcs as well. And Thorough. Physical attack, enemy's defensive power is reduced with probability causing damage. The normal, I forget what the skill's called. Break or whatever. The normal one is a 20% reduction, and then when you actually break somebody, it is a 30% reduction. So 50% reduction, best case scenario in most cases, but Thorough actually goes up. Depending on how many levels you get it, you see it has 4 levels of acquisition. So I think it starts out at 20, it gets up to 35. Now critical, these are, by the way, skills, spells he has. Of course, you get the self crit plus %. So we'll read the quick evaluation here. Long range attacker with excellent feats and super kills. Luger's initial feat, Dark Induction, is very good balance because it always hits the enemy ahead. Super special move. Rebel Death Star can attack the entire stage, so you can process boss and small fish enemies together. Furthermore, since it moves automatically to the edge of the screen, it is also active when caught between enemies. Basically, it has super long range, so it's usually going to affect pretty much everyone in front of them. Since Luger specializes in physical attacks, acquired specialization skills, or physical attacks, it's recommended to develop a training method allows you to memorize only physics on the arc to be equipped and skills to acquire. As the game progresses, it is an excellent physical character that can play a role in earning damage from medium and long distances combined with higher firepower. Now, what it's saying in the first paragraph is optimize your arc so that you can get the physical skills as fast as possible with the lowest cost if you plan to pull this guy. So what that means is if you got an arc and it has a really good physical damage skill at level 5, but it also has a good like either balance skill or magical skill or passive or whatever at level 8, keep it at level 5 just so it's not costing you as much to run it and you can get the skill at a cheaper cost. And especially when he comes out, he's going to have an event where he can get stuff at double. So you're going to want to go ahead and just run as much of that as possible, even though it's probably going to be limited charges. Just something to consider here. Major base skills. Nothing super noteworthy there aside from the strength. And here's his basic passives here. So he gets basically a flat 10% resist to everything but dark, but 30% negative to light. And then he's also weak to dark, which is actually something you'll need to shore up really quick, but resistant to paralyze and sick. Sick is, in our game, it's called virus. It actually prevents healing. So pretty good stuff, because most likely you're going to want him with lifesteal stuff eventually, such as what's it called, Glory or whatever. Proud something. Proud Force, I think it's called. Proud Force is an ability where every time you crit, you heal yourself. And let's see what people say about him here. Recommended arc is going to be an arc we don't have yet. Alright, so... Not sure if it's magic that I'll be able to use the first bullet in a lap that's too slow. Not talking about. You can expect more firepower than Romel. I would concur with that. It will be the top class in physics so far in the arena. It seems to be done. Oh, it's faster to do the laser shooting skill. Yeah, I get that. He's basically saying he's very effective in PvP just because he gets his skills off at a longer range. If you make Luger equip Pirate Party is the level 10 Pirate Feast. Am I right about that? Oh, no, Pirate Party might actually be a sword later. Is it the best physical position for now? So pretty much. Now, I'm not going too crazy for this guy, but this guy has actually inspired me. I think I'm actually going to take some of my crystals and pull. So as you guys know, I'm sitting on 30k crystals right now. Saving up for other battles. But that has intrigued me. Now, what can sweeten the deal a little bit is if either of these arcs that are being released as well are going to be something I want to get my hands on. So go ahead, we're going to look at the first one here. Now, when we get it, the arc's pretty much called Hidden Pokal Plains. And then Exotic Megrona. The hell that is. So this is Exotic Megrona. I feel like a dork just saying that. Alright, let's look at it here. This is a 10 out of 10 arc. Here we go. Acquisition skills A, characteristics X. Okay, so the passive's really good. Let's see here. SSR consumes blue souls, plus 15% damage to non-human boss monsters. Oh, that is actually pretty good. Because most boss monsters are non-human. Then your Arc Ether reward is going to be Chrysanthemum character. Strength plus 171, that's a butt ton of strength. Normal damage, first attack damage plus 50. Oh wow, this would be a PvP item for sure. Lead with a really good skill. And especially if you're using this in PvE, every wave is probably considered first attack damage. So if you're running Pirate Feast as well, or anything that's going to reset all your cooldowns and you lead with your strongest ability, it could be good. Alright, let's see what we got on it here. So it's got attack up 2, which is 5% bonus physical damage. Aim, which is 30% increased critical damage. Mirage, I believe that's for evading attacks. Fast critical. Oh, fast critical, holy shit. Fast always denotes an aura. So that would be the 15% bonus crit aura. So you get that right at the beginning of combat. That's pretty sexy, actually. Stone Slayer, bonus damage to stone enemies, and Star Eye, which I do not know what Star Eye is. Tell you what. Didn't mean to unload that, but oh well. Unfortunate circumstance. Okay, we'll look up Star Eyes as soon as it translates here. Hold hands. Well, if it ain't there by now, I guess it's a spell, actually. You keep bringing me here. Oh, here it is. Okay, Star Eyes. When attacking Consume 3% of maximum MP and add 50% rep on any of the feats, I guess? On your... Well, either way, whatever it is, it's a butt ton of damage. Pretty nasty. Alright, let's read the arc page and we'll keep going. So far, this arc's looking freaking amazing. Alright, let's see here. So, as you level it up, the 15% is going to go to 20%. At level 5, strength increases with more soldiers in party. Soldiers is a class type. I guess if you're rolling more soldiers, he gets power. Not sure how much, doesn't say. And then at level 10, grant the silence with probability to the enemy all at battle start. Oh wow. So there's just a flat chance of silencing enemy. Be really awesome against casters later. Caster packs. Physical character development essential arc. The skills have a physical specialized structure. Fast, critical, and stars are valuable skills that can only be acquired from this arc. You can also acquire attack up 2, which is used to raise your attack power. And it is also useful for its passive abilities. Ether reward has high strength value and is also attractive. Let's see here. And top among swords. The effect increases the damage of the first attack by a factor of 1.5, leading to increased average firepower. That's sexy. Apparently it stays blue the whole time. Times 8. When you upgrade an arc, it upgrades to red. It is indispensable in arena. If you're a magic party and you don't have silence tolerance, you're killed. Yeah, I could see that too. Yeah. Alright. I'm getting more sold now. So real quick, we're going to go look at the SR arc that's also coming out with him. Four out of 10. This one's called Pakeo Hidden Village. HP gradually recovers during low on HP. Turns to a red arc at level 6. Paco Clover, strength plus 95, mind plus 5, a tribute tree, always regeneration of leveled up. Now skills, I won't get too crazy into them. Mock Cure Virus, cures virus, high regeneration, like 300 or 400 per tick regen. Stonewall, I think that's going to reduce electric damage. Everything else, it's translated weird, so I'm not sure what it does. But I'm sure it's like mostly basic stuff. All state abnormal tolerance at level 5. Oh, okay, so that means that you get a bonus resistance against like poison and stun and everything else. Oh, it says plant though, that's weird. Oh, maybe it has to actually be like a plant character. Odd. Oh, actually, you know what? I've heard that there's some arcs that they turn you into other types. So like you could become a god or a stone character or whatever, so maybe that's what it means. When winning battle, MP recovery 10% and skill cooldown recovery at level 10. Not terrible. Higher mind status increase. Works well with healers. Oh, that must be what one of the other skills was. Regeneration is triggered automatically when you are drowned, so you can prevent situations where the healer falls for. Drowned always means low HP, guys. That must be what the other skill is. High versatility of arc characteristics at maximum strength. 20% HP recovery, 10% MP recovery, and skill cooldown recovery in the battle win. Okay, yeah, so that could actually be pretty decent for like a healer or support. Right. See if anyone else has anything else to add on it. Doesn't look like it. So there you have it, guys. This is going to be what's going to be up once we get to the Luger banner. Overall, the SR arc was like okay, but I could see being useful for some things. The SSR arc, exotic Megrona, was freaking sexy, and so Luger himself, I'll probably give him like a token 1 pull, just to offset the, of course I'm going to save some tickets too. You might be able to pull them from a ticket. You can pull everything that's not limited on tickets as long as it's actually out. Anyways, guys, this has been Luger / exotic Megrona future banner review. It'll be out by the time you're probably watching this video. Or maybe you just felt like checking that out early just to see what's there. So. Alright guys, that's going to be it from me. And I'll catch you guys later. See you in the next video. Have a great day.